minutes ago, and we're underway at the AFC title game with a touchback. And Brady right away is going to throw right side. Little pass over to Lewis, who caught 9 last Saturday night in the win against Tennessee. Brady has time, has his man, it's Cooks. Right on the money to Cooks, down to the 39-yard line. At the 40 already. Brady feels pressure by his feet, now rolling out. Campbell trying to chase, and Brady will pick up a yard.
See how it plays, though, because Tom Brady's good.
Rex Burkhead is in the game, and he gets it on the end around. Burkhead caught around the shoulder pads and tossed down at the 33 by Miles Jack. And it's 3rd and 4. There's the pass, caught, but stopped well short of the first. Hogan brought down. Less than 2 to go. Brady lofts it, and he's got his man, Amendola. Dropped it right in there. So now, 1st and goal to go. Fakes it to Hogan, sets up screen, and the Jaguars are on it. That is Barry Church, who comes up and pounds him into the ground for a loss. They have none. Again, back over to Lewis, tries to wiggle past Smith, and they're going to rule him down. They're going to say a knee was down from outside the 12. Brady looking in the middle of the field. He's got pressure around him, and he's taken down. It is Fowler, who we mentioned had just come in, who got to him from 31 yards. And the Patriots put 3 on the board to start the game. So now it's time to see what the Jaguars offense looks like as Gostkowski sends it down. Corey Grant's the returner. He was 5th best in the league this year. Gets past Slater and zooms ahead out to about the 26.
New England this year, this base is going nuts.
Try to quiet it with a handoff to Fournette. And they pile on him after 2. Here's Bortles on play action. Looking for 2nd and 3rd options, and now flips it over to Fournette. Got a block and picks up the 1st down. That was O'Shaughnessy who threw the block down 37-yard line. Back to Fournette off the left side for 3. Pass complete. Fournette tripped up.
Jacksonville loves crossers going east and west. We'll see if they do it here.
Playing it over and picking up just enough for the 1st is Hearns with the catch.
Zone today.
Yeldon is the tailback. And now the ball carrier. And he had a nice performance in the win at Pittsburgh. Lead the Colts. 2nd and 8. Bortles takes something off of it. What a play to break it up by Kyle Van Noy. It looked like it might be there for Yeldon. Bortles, pass incomplete, as Malcolm Butler would not give Lee an inch. Brad Nortman punts it toward Amendola, who makes the fair catch at the 13. 5 miles from there at Gillette Stadium, a 1st and 10. Brady on play action with pressure coming, gets the pass away, and again he finds Cooks. This time for 11 and a 1st. That suggest anything out of normal velocity, etc. So see they hand it off to Lewis.
Not yet. I think what you're finding is
2nd and 6. A handoff to Amendola. And the Jags were able to read that one pretty quickly. Gain of 2. James White flanks Brady off his right hip. Gets the football. 3rd and 3. And stopped about a yard short. Ball came out, but they're going to rule him down. Officials running in there to say he was down after a pickup of only 2, which was down, so no challenge flag coming from that sideline. Here's Allen's punt. Angled and out of bounds. Playoff team for the first time in 10 years. They've won twice, Buffalo and Pittsburgh, and here they are playing for the AFC title. They get it over quickly to Grant, who makes a big move around 1 defender and finally is taken down by Harmon from the 44. open underneath and over to the New England side of the field as Marquise Lee.
As the game gets later, make it a situation game based on one play.
2nd and 3. Fournette plows ahead for another first down.
You're going to see this over and over again. Hand the ball off.
Fournette works it right up the gut for another 5.
Play here now.
2nd and 6. They do play action fake, and Bortles has on the sideline his target. Cole with the catch. Be there to present the Lamar Hunt Trophy. It's Fred Taylor if it goes the Jacksonville way. Start the second quarter with Grant. Grant wide open, down the sidelines. McCourty finally got a body on him.
Exactly what you have to do to get him into the game.
Picked up 24. They've got a 1st and goal. Still with Bortles. Bortles lofts it, and it's caught by Mercedes Lewis.
Right here. And watch, he's going to block, and throw. And Patrick Chung gets caught. It's always about eyes against the team who runs it like this, play action.
Lambeau extra point, just inside.
To a decent start, they did it. Now, Belichick and Brady are going to adjust, believe me.
This will be returned by Lewis. Trying to break free. And stats were powered by AWS from under center. Brady. 7-step drop. Pass out of reach for Dion Lewis. But back to Mercedes Lewis.
Time he had that feel when to let go and catch the touchdown.
Draw. 2nd and 10. Running right into Shaq Mason. Ball kind of for a moment there was a little bit loose. Start out right alongside Brady on the 3rd down and long situation. Up the middle it goes. Incomplete. Intended for Hogan, no flag.
He gets hit again. This is going to be one of those games. You got to put under duress.
He got knocked down by Ngakwe right after he released it. This is Westbrook with the fair catch all year. And movement.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalties, still 1st down.
There's Clete Blakeman. That's the first flag in the game. Over to Grant, who caught 2 on the last drive for big plays. He's got another one near the 1st down. It looks like it's right on the money for another 1st. Fake to Fournette. Did he freeze him? Goes down the field wide open. Wide open to Hearns, who stays in bounds. McCourty comes over the last 2 drives, and his quarterback has hit his last 7 passes. He was looking deep and takes what's there underneath for a gain of 8. Right back to Hearns. How many players told us in our meetings how much they benefited by that as Fournette is wrestled down.
On 4th down, if they hand it off here in the short.
They do hand it off on 3rd and 2, and they pick up the 1st. Fournette able to run through that traffic and pick up 4 and another new set of downs.
Keep holding the ball.
Marquise Lee, by the way, I mentioned, had been dinged. He's been back out there for a few plays. Here's Fournette. Fournette showing no issues with that ankle that was injured again last week. Downs of this game have belonged to Jacksonville. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass, Yeldon. Patriots are there. Van Noy blows it up.
It's on one side.
And they go left with Yeldon. Gets the edge. Cole tries to throw a block. And where do they mark him out? Pound it with Fournette. Pounds it for the 1st down. It's pushed back, but he'll get marked all the way up near the 3. 1st and goal for Jacksonville. 1 out of 7 touchdown conversions in the red zone, including today. They hand it off Fournette. He's driving, and he's in for the touchdown. Wow. Wow, take that, they say.
This is not a good start for New England right now. Right through the A-gap with about 5 Patriots there. Fournette showing the power. Yeah, it's tough. We need to keep watching. It's early.
As Lambeau this time, almost identical to the first PAT. It is good. 2nd offensive possession. They've out-yardaged New England 158 to -1. Here's a short kick to Lewis. This is something Belichick loves to do. And there is a flag out. You don't see a lot of other teams do it to them.
During the return, holding, return team number 59. It's a 10-yard penalty, 1st down New England.
Who has a foot issue and was questionable all week. Now Bottom of the screen, and Brady's looking that way for Gronk. And it's knocked away by Gibson. And no flag on the field. And in 10. Brady hit his first 7 passes. He's missed on his last 3. Now, looking, firing, and somehow Gronkowski holds on. First down, play action. Pass over the head, going back to Gronk for the 3rd straight play league this season. He's got a 2nd and 10. We'll seal the pocket for him, and Burkhead's ball came out. Should be ruled incomplete. It is. Burkhead got dinged on that play. Looking for their first conversion on 3rd down today. Brady, pressure all around him. Finally, they take him down at the 29, and it's Fowler with his 2nd sack here in the first half.
Zone. So his eyes are going to start in the wrong spot. They confused Brady on that play. Made it look like zone, and it was man.
And that punt goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The Jags start this series from the 25. Basically, same point the last 2 drives began. Fournette into a wall for 1. 2nd and 9. Second straight running play, 2nd straight time. The Patriots are all over it for no gain. Crowd trying to create a spark for this defense as Bortles flings it down the field, and it is caught by Cole.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on to it. Does he?
Right foot, left foot. Now let's see the ball. Malcolm Butler on the play.
They hurried to the line, and they got the snap off before a challenge flag could come out.
Outstanding job getting up and going,
Yes,
though.
that's huge, Ed.
Oh, illegal shift, though. They weren't set.
Illegal shift. Offense. All 11 men did not get set for prior to the snap. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Who's this guy?
He's a guy that's thrown for 155 yards and a touchdown. And he hands it off to Yeldon, who takes a big hit, spins around, takes it to the 48. 2nd and 11. He gives it to Yeldon, still on his feet. He reaches down to about the 44. And he'll move Lee over to the other side. Just got the snap off in time. Bortles pass. What a catch that is. That is Lewis with a flag out.
Prior to the snap, delay a game. Offense.
Wow.
5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
See if this guy goes back now, because the big throw, if he comes down, throw it outside, Blake.
Bortles spins away. He's going to have a holding call, it looks like. Bortles wisely puts 2 hands on it as Adam Butler.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. Penalties declined. Moves up 4th down.
Here's Nortman's punt. And Amendola will set up the possession at the 14.
Sack. I think Doug Marone thought it was a penalty, so the clock was stopped.
Saves New England's last time out. And that running play is stopped quickly. Robert Kraft bought this franchise of the Patriots 24 years ago today. As Brady goes sideline, Cooks makes the catch. Boye. Pass across the middle. They'll hurry to the line.
Backs in these situations. He likes to throw to him.
2nd and 2. There it is. To White. Right you are. Telvin Smith tackles him the first half. A field goal to Buffalo, and then that touchdown on 4th and 11 to Pittsburgh. And this pass is incomplete. Is Barry Church. That's going to draw a flag.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense. Number 42. A 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Gronkowski definitely wobbly right now. Dwayne Allen has come in at tight end as Brady goes deep. And it was a little shove, yes, Boye.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 21. Wally place at the spot of the foul. First down, New England.
It's a 32-yard penalty. And from the gun, Brady guns it. Down to the 1. Slithers Cooks. Going left. White. In for the touchdown.
Just a great job by New England being prepared to get up at the line. Jacksonville's not prepared to get in their gaps. Ball back again. They hope they throw it 3 times so they can get it back again.
Wiskowski adds the extra point.
At the end of every half, and what he did there was almost necessary. It was huge.
Wiskowski will get the touchback. Grant drops down. And
yeah, they're not doing anything.
Yeah, look at that.
They don't want New England touching this ball again.
Remember, they did defer, so they will be getting the football to start the second half. Jacksonville heading in with a halftime lead. Line drive kick. And it will not be returned, but we're going to return to the sideline to Tracy. 15 out of 15 in the first half. There's Fournette for 2. 2nd and 8. Play action. Bortles. All kinds of time, and now gives it to Bohannon, his fullback. Caught a touchdown last week, and he runs over for a moment Patrick Chung and has a good gain on the first down. That late first half score by New England, they did it last week. Fournette for 1. 2nd and 9. Fournette. Malcolm Butler was waiting for him. Holds him to another yard. 2 straight 1-yard carries by Fournette. 3rd and 8. In Foxborough. Comes the blitz. Bortles gets away. Yeldon held on with 2 players colliding with him and also made enough move. Robinson walked off the field under his own power. And first down run, Fournette. Pushed back by Lawrence Gay after 3, and let's get an update from Tracy. Round pick out of Alabama, 2nd and 7. Did Yeldon make that Fournette avoid what would have been a loss? Chung was ready to deck him. Gonna roll out. Knocked down by Flowers. Patriots take over at the 44. Lambeau from 54. Look at that kick. It's good. Hopefully you'll be able to get to the AT&T Pebble Beach with them all still intact.
Well,
we'll see you there in a few weeks.
That's a good-looking guy on that ball. I tell you what, whoever they put there.
Staff. Hands it off to Lewis. Able to quickly get outside and turn it into 4. Telvin Smith on the tackle. 2nd down and 6. He fakes it. Steps up into it. Goes deep. And double coverage and no flag. Cooks was surrounded by both. 3rd and 6. And they convert for the first time today on 3rd down with Hogan left open in the middle of the field. Flash and fake to Lewis again. He thinks he can get something down the middle, and Cooks unable to pull it in. 2nd and 10. Straight drop. Setting up a little pass to Lewis. Miles Jack is there. And Jones finishes it off. And White gets the football. Jacksonville drops him after a pickup of about 3. Signals for a catch. He makes it. One-team season. Who's going to Minneapolis? A 1/4 to go. Play action and a rollout on the bootleg, and the pass is wide. Here they come after him. In trouble, and he holds on to it as he's decked back at the 5-yard line. It's the Titans.
Just a handoff.
It's Yeldon. And he is popped and dropped after 2.
Adjustments, really in-game adjustments of anybody that's coached.
Nortman with a big boot. Room to run it back, though, for Amendola. And they come converging. Now Lewis patiently looking for a crease. And has a gain of about 3. We'll get to them in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 7. Pass complete. Lewis, though, they're on him. Puslesny is there. All of you Over 125 years combined of great service and friendship. Here's a 3rd and 4. Lewis able to wiggle free, and then 2 more Jaguars, including Colvin. Situation on 4th and 2. And the snap away, Allen punts it, takes something off of it. And Westbrook makes the catch over the shoulder. Again, they'll start near the 10-yard line. Blake is down to 1. Fournette makes sure he secures it. 2nd and 11. To stay on the ground, trying to bounce outside. Fournette finds a little opening, and he's able to climb his way all the way out to about the 16.
Got to cover the crossers, New England.
Bortles pass. There's the crosser to Lee, and they've got a 1st down. But they had him 3 and out for the 2nd straight series. Watch out. Flea flicker. Bortles takes what he can get, and he's able to throw a strike. 17 passing yards. 1st down from the 49, and it's Fournette. Takes it just across the 50 for a couple.
Here a million times.
2nd and 8. Well, he wanted to go that way. Instead, underneath Lee. Stiff arm. Fights for that 1st down. Great, powerful move by the wideout. Here's a 1st down. Toss over to Fournette. Robinson was out there throwing a block. Fournette takes it for about 13, and now they're in field goal range. It's Corey Grant who replaces him. He's had a fine game in a lot of different areas. They fake the handoff. Bootleg. Bortles. Ball is dropped by Koyak.
Trying to pick it up. They need something to go their way, New England.
2nd and 10. Hand off to Grant to close out the quarter. Gets to about the 25. Jacksonville will go to the final quarter up 7 and 8 for Jacksonville. From the New England 25. Blitz time. Bortles unloads it. Throws it away.
To go up 2 possessions, though, in the 4th.
This from 43. Lambo's kick. Again, dead center.
I don't know. He looked nervous.
Did he? Yeah. 10. 8 seconds into the 4th. And that is not returnable. And let's throw it down to Tracy. Going to run it on 1st down to Lewis. If you can come back from 28-3, I know the Patriot Nation is saying.
That's exactly right. But
late 3rd.
Well, nothing's going to be bigger than that, right?
2nd and 8.
But this guy can do
wide open. It's Cooks. About what Brady would be as far as percentage-wise. Doesn't look all that different. Watch out here. That was a backward pass, and it's coming back over to Lewis. Shoulder in front. A whole brigade, but Miles Jack falls on it, comes up with the football. He's got the football in his hands.
Oh, I think he got it, Jim. I think he actually got it. Did that just happen?
Down.
We got to see this. Oh, that's loose. That is definitely. Ooh. Oh.
Rolling on the field as the runner fumbled. It was recovered by the defense. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Roll issue here at all. I can't see that being that Lewis has control at that point. Is it starting to slip over Jack's way?
It obviously comes out there. The question is, does he get possession back right there? It almost has
After
to
review of the play, the ruling on the field stands as called. There's a 1st down, Jacksonville.
With 13 and a half remaining. And now they'll run it with Fournette. And you know, go back to Deion Lewis. He had fumble issues at the end of last year.
Draft these guys to make plays like that.
Straight drop for Bortles. Steps up, flings it wildly. And Lewis was looking around to no avail. 3rd and 7.
Here comes Butler. Does he pick it up?
Butler trying to blitz. Pass caught, but it's going to be short of the 1st. Hearns pushed back by McCourty. Big tackle by McCourty. And all the while, if you get somebody to jump, you'll get yourself a 1st down. But that doesn't happen. Their catch signal, 15-yard line.
Give New England credit. No timeout taken there. A lot of coaches would have taken it.
Brady out of the gun. All the way back to the 5. He drops and he throws it, and it is pulled down as Boye was trying to get there. Now a 100-yard gain. 6 catches. 1st down, Brady throwing again. Brady's throwing down. He grabs the face mask. 2nd and 18. deep ball down the field and overthrown, but tight double coverage on Hogan. Bortles trying to stay loose as it's a 3rd and 18. Pocket sealed for a moment. Brady's able to throw it, and they convert on 3rd and 18. That's a huge play for the Patriots. Back to Brady it comes. Just standing there like a statue as he unloads it. And it is caught by Dorsett. We're set for 31 from the 23. Jump pass incomplete. I'd watch defensive coordinator looking on. 2nd and 10. Finds the time. Pulled down. Good catch by Amendola.
Running back coming up and going down over here. Guys going across the field this way.
Good protection. Amendola for the touchdown.
New England's going to flood the zone. Put the running back over there, the tight end, and then bring Amendola underneath. Put one in front and behind.
Extra point brings it down to 3. That was an 85-yard drive. All football fans got to be riveted by this one with 8:44 to go. Going to be run out by Grant from the goal line, actually, and that is Slater, of course, on him quickly.
Oh, here we go.
Hands it off. Fournette. Couple of Patriots hold them to about a yard. Play action. Down the middle. He is able to pull it off with the completion to Hearns. Gonna ride Fournette for a yard. Drop back. Bortles gonna go with a deep ball, and it is incomplete. Almost pulled down by Gilmore. Pass incomplete, and no flag as Lewis looks around. Nortman. No pressure. Sends it inside the 20. Fair catch, Amendola. Here's Brady. Lofts it up into the air deep. And there is a flag. In fact, there's 2 flags.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 20. Molly placed to the spot of foul. First down, New England.
First down. Going down the sideline, and it's incomplete as White got turned around. Jacksonville now has 98 yards in penalty yards.
At the bottom of your screen, he's following Cooks. Cooks has had the big game.
2nd and 10. Jack's coming in on him, and it's incomplete.
First pressure I've seen in a while. Todd Wash, give him credit.
10. Brady's pass, tipped up in the air, incomplete. Telvin Smith broke it up, intended for James White.
12 at the end of a game in these situations.
Here's Allen. Westbrook slides over. Catches it at about the 10.
Feeling something's coming here.
From the 10. To run up the middle, and the Patriots are waiting for him.
You got to pass this ball here.
Here they go. Picked up the blitz. Bortles' throw is dangerously defended by Eric Rowe.
Crosser's coming at you again.
Bortles in trouble, able to get rid of it and avoid the sack. And look at James Harrison.
Again, they got to stand up to Brady.
Nortman didn't get all of this. That's Amendola taken off inside the 40 and down at the 30. Over to White. Walker's in front. James White gets halfway home to the 15. Brady looking around. Caught. Amendola with another catch. Colvin reached out to knock it down, and somehow it was threaded. From the 7. Brady keeps it. and is able to just charge ahead for a 1st and goal to go. We got another.
To run little option routes either way over here.
Handed off to White. They drag him down. And that was Campbell who had hold of him. Center, 2nd and goal. Fake it to White. Looking around, has time, throws it. Did he get the feet down? What an effort! Touchdown, Amendola!
Shot ahead into the Super Bowl.
Amazing effort, no doubt, by Brady to drive him again, but Amendola to get that 2nd foot down. The extra point makes it a 4-point lead. Jacksonville's going to start at the 25. First down throw, pulled down, pickup of 8 by Lee.
At the bottom.
He's going to go to the sideline on that side and open. Westbrook can get to his feet. And Gilmore also able to get back up and stop him.
All day here, Jacksonville. You can do anything.
All kinds of time. Lofts it. Fournette was there, trying to outrace Marquise Flowers, and it's incomplete. In motion. Rushing 4. Bortles in trouble. They get to him. The ball's down. Fallen on by Robinson. It was James Harrison who got to him first.
On the edge with the tight end here and try and look for a big play.
Bortles. Open. O'Shaughnessy goes out. They only picked up about 4 or 5. Stepping up and throwing, and it is knocked down by Gilmore.
Here, he gets behind him, and Westbrook has a step. It's really a pretty good ball by Bortles. He gives him a chance. It's just an incredible defensive play by Gilmore. Just an incredible play.
Hello, and now remember again, Jacksonville has 3 timeouts. Lewis, first action since fumbling, and he's dropped for a 3-yard loss.
Be running it here.
It's Lewis. Able to get back what he lost and another yard, so a gain of about 3.
It's telling you they don't think Bortles can go down and win the game with no timeouts. That's what that's telling you.
It's Lewis. Lewis running free, and that could very well do it. Dion Lewis found a tiny little opening and used that burst and speed, and Belichick knows he's got it now.
Devlin with a great block. Oh.
Kneel down time.
That's the last game, I think, at Gillette Stadium for both those coordinators.
Never commits a turnover. Had a 10-point lead in the 4th quarter.
You know, this is why New England is special. Blake Bortles is the first time they've lost all year.
Brady with all that question about his hands swirling, throws for 290. And he's going back to the Super Bowl.
New England does it in one of the toughest years. We thought they lost a lot of guys. You lose Gronkowski, give Bill Belichick credit. This team finds a way, special, unique. We're never going to see this type of thing happen again over the last 15, 17 years. It's truly generational.
The clock hits 0, and the Patriots continue to rewrite history. Tom Brady in the 4th quarter, 138 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, both of them to Amendola.